Hey y'all, it's Sharon and I'm back to share another experience with you. As I mentioned before, I worked for 20 years in policing and I'm now retired. I was also in the military. 95 Bravo was my primary combat support and 96 Bravo was my secondary. And I wanted to share an experience during my rookie years in policing. As a rookie, you would have the veterans come up to you and say, do you have this, do you have that, and do you have this? And I would say yes, no, according to what they said. I would go get it, and I thought I was ready for the streets, you know? And so as I was patrolling around one day, and I had a map book because we didn't have GPS back then, and I was fairly decent at reading the maps and orienting myself. And as I'm looking at the map, I hear on the radio, got one running. So he said his location, and I was like, I'm 2 blocks away. I just got to go down here and make this right, and I'll be right there. And so I make the right. I see the car doors open. I don't see anybody. And now I'm rolling down the street slowly, but I'm looking left. I'm looking right. I'm looking, and I see these two blips go by 2 houses down. And I said, well, let me go 3 or 4 houses down and cut them off. So I get out, run down the driveway, and they both, the perp and the officer, fly by me, so I get behind him. I think the perp knew the area a little bit better than us because there was a drop off. The perp didn't fall. We fell and tripped over each other. And as the perp is looking back at us, he kind of smirked, and then he got tripped up with the kudzu, and we ended up arresting him. We brought him out, we're dusting ourselves off, and the veteran says to me, do you have this? Do you have that? You're going to need this. And I said, yeah, I have it. He said, make sure you put your blood type on your t-shirt. Whoa, now that's something I hadn't heard from all the other veterans. He said, God forbid, if something happens and you can't communicate, at least they know what blood type you are, and that's part of the process out the way. So of course, I went home, I put O positive on my shoulder, I put O positive on the lower right of my t-shirt, I put O positive in the back lower middle, I put O positive on my vest. And I sat and reflected about that. Like, how serious would the situation have to be where I could not communicate, but my t-shirt is going to communicate for me? It's interesting. The veterans, they're trying to take care of you and make sure you can take care of yourself. And I've worked with a lot of really good people, talented folks. And some of that talent they use outside of the job. And I'll have to tell you more about that in another video. But all these veterans, they gave me some good information. But that particular veteran, we're still friends to this day, as a matter of fact. And that was probably early 2000 when he told me. To the day I retired, I still had O positive on my t-shirts. And any new vest I was issued, I would put O positive on it. And like I said, throughout the years, when I started to really reflect on the O positive being on my t-shirt was when I decided to become the shield person on our entry team. Now imagine, you're the shield person. You're the first one through the door. So whatever's there, you're meeting that in order to help save the lives of your friends or protect the lives of everyone, even the perpetrator. Believe it or not, that's another story. But I'm the first one through the door, and I remember that day distinctly when the Holy Spirit said, "Speak life." So as I would enter the door, I'm speaking life. Of course, I'm remembering my training because we trained so much. It was almost second nature. But I'm speaking life, and I'm like, I'm going to live. Because that's what they teach you in policing. You know, the warrior mentality. You're going to make it. You're going home at night. And then on the other hand, we're always what-iffing. What if? What if? And that's fear-based. Kind of cancels each other out, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm going through the door as a shield person, and I was speaking life. I'm here to tell you, I'm still here because of it. I still wrote O positive, but with the mindset of, I will never need this. I will never, ever need this. When we roll up to the house, especially when I was on the entry team, I'm always praying, and I'm agreeing with what the word says. He said, you will live and not die. And that's not just for me, that's for the individual in the house or whoever we're got a warrant for. That's my daughter's dog. So I want to leave you with this. What-iffing is fear-based. He did not give you a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. And I carry that through my whole entire career. And what I want to share with you is this. We're going to what if. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We're going to what if. We're going to question things sometimes. But always agree with what Jesus said about you. You will live and not die. And we do it through what we speak. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. So why not speak life? Because you may have to eat those words later. Well, that's all I want to share with you guys for now. Hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you'll know when we're uploading videos. And remember, you don't always have to go through a thing to learn from it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.